Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived in a cozy house deep in the forest. A great big papa bear, a middle-sized mama bear, and a tiny little baby bear. One morning, Mama Bear made porridge for breakfast, but it was too hot to eat right away. "Let's go for a walk in the forest while our porridge cools," suggested Papa Bear in his deep, rumbly voice. "What a lovely idea," agreed Mama Bear in her pleasant, medium voice. "Yes, let's go," squeaked Baby Bear in his tiny little voice. So the three bears left their breakfast cooling on the table and went out for a morning stroll among the tall pine trees. Not long after they left, a little girl with golden curly hair came upon their house. This was Goldilocks, who had wandered away from her home and gotten lost in the forest. She was hungry and tired from walking. "I wonder who lives here," Goldilocks said to herself as she peeked through the window. When nobody answered her knock, she tried the door and found it unlocked. Though she knew she shouldn't enter someone's home without permission, her curiosity got the better of her, and in she went. Inside, Goldilocks saw 3 bowls of porridge on the table. Her tummy rumbled. She was so hungry. First, she tried the porridge in the great big bowl. "Ouch!" she exclaimed. "This porridge is too hot." Next, she tried the porridge in the middle-sized bowl. "Brr!" she shivered. "This porridge is too cold." Finally, she tried the porridge in the tiny little bowl. She smiled. "This porridge is just right." And she ate it all up, every last spoonful. After eating, Goldilocks felt a bit tired. She noticed 3 chairs by the fireplace. First, she sat in the great big chair. "This chair's too hard," she complained. Next, she sat in the middle-sized chair. "This chair's too soft," she said, sinking down uncomfortably. Finally, she sat in the tiny little chair. "Ah, this chair is just right," she sighed happily. But as she settled in, crack! The tiny chair broke into pieces under her weight. Feeling even more tired now, Goldilocks went upstairs and found 3 beds. First, she lay on the great big bed. "This bed is too high at the head," she said, feeling uncomfortable. Next, she lay on the middle-sized bed. "This bed is too high at the foot," she frowned. Finally, she lay on the tiny little bed. "This bed is just right," she murmured sleepily. Goldilocks closed her eyes and soon fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, the 3 bears returned from their walk, ready for breakfast. "Someone has been eating my porridge," growled Papa Bear in his deep voice, looking at his spoon. "Someone has been eating my porridge," said Mama Bear in her medium voice, noticing her porridge had been stirred. "Someone has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up," cried Baby Bear in his tiny voice, his empty bowl turned upside down. The 3 bears looked around their house and quickly noticed more things amiss. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear in his deep voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear in her medium voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair and has broken it all to pieces," wailed Baby Bear in his tiny voice. Curious about what else the intruder might have disturbed, the bears went upstairs to their bedroom. "Someone has been lying on my bed," growled Papa Bear. "Someone has been lying on my bed," said Mama Bear. "Someone has been lying on my bed, and she's still there," exclaimed Baby Bear. At the sound of his voice, Goldilocks awoke. When she saw the 3 bears standing around the bed, she was so frightened that she jumped up, ran down the stairs, out the door, and all the way home without stopping. The bears never saw Goldilocks again, but she never forgot her adventure. From that day on, she always remembered to respect other people's homes and belongings, and to ask permission before using things that weren't hers. And that, my dear, is why we should always be respectful of other people's things and not wander into strange houses.